Last week we exhibited dairy heifers in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, our state's capital. The shows included our statewide 4-H show, the premier national junior show, and the All-American Dairy Show, which is open to adults and youth. The All-American Dairy Show is one of the largest dairy shows in the country, featuring nearly 2,000 top dairy cattle shown by over 1,000 of the best exhibitors in the U.S. and Canada. There's 21 shows in 5 days, showcasing the best of 7 dairy cattle breeds: Holstein, Red and White Holstein, Jersey, Milking Shorthorn, Ayrshire, Brown Swiss, and Guernsey. And it's all held indoors in the 24-acre Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex and Expo Center, home of the largest indoor farm show in the world. This footage was taken on the last day, and a lot of the cattle have already been hauled home, but you can still see the size of the show by what remains and the massive size of the complex. This barn is called the Expo Center, and all of the cattle here are shown in the All-American Dairy Show. Most of the exhibitors will live at the fair all week long. Some have brought campers and will sleep in them overnight, but many of them get out cots or sleep in chairs in the barns overnight. Most bring some of the comforts of home with them, having some form of a kitchen, whether it just be a crock pot or a microwave. Some have even brought televisions and radios, and a few even have couches. This large and long corridor connects the expo hall to the main barns and is the pathway to the 2 arenas that this facility has. This is the equine arena. The Brown Swiss show was just getting finished up with group classes, and the Holstein group classes were just about to start. These 2 Guernseys are headed down to the New Holland arena, getting ready for their group classes. During shows, this area gets very congested with traffic, both foot traffic and cattle traffic. So they have put in a divider, and this side is just for people. At several spots during the shows, they have a refrigerator in with milk that was donated, and tables, and in the mornings they had donuts and coffee, and that was a nice treat. This is the equine barn, which is also housing cattle during these shows. Out to the right here, they have a shed set up, and Sunday's feed mill was there, selling hay and straw and shavings and feed to the exhibitors if they ran out or just didn't bring any of that along for show week. Every night, a tractor with a small sprayer went through this corridor and through the barns to spray water on this mulch to keep it from getting so dusty. This is the New Holland Arena, and like I said, the Guernseys are now in the ring and also getting ready to do the group classes. On this end of the corridor is the original farm show building. It is further divided up into different barns and different rooms. This main part also has its own small arena. Many of the farms put out displays like this one on the left, showing farm pride and usually showing some pictures of their animals and different awards that they have won. At the end of the show, there is a display and exhibition award. And through the show week, farms are judged on how well they keep their animals and their area clean, and also on how well it is decorated. Because it is the end of the show, this area is very empty, but there were a lot of vendors and people that would visit this area. I couldn't walk past this refrigerator without grabbing myself a milk. All that was left here was regular milk, but usually we grab chocolate milk. This is the back side of the New Holland Arena, where a group of Guernseys is waiting to go in for the group classes. This is the Showmanship class for the Premier National Junior Show that happened towards the beginning of the week. In this class, my daughter is showing her brown Swiss heifer calf. Here, my other daughter is showing her Jersey in the Premier National Junior Show. The class size for each of these shows was quite impressive and highly competitive. They even had a professional photographer at the show, creating images such as these for the exhibitors that wanted them. Just before they went through the blue curtains for their professional photo shoot, the ladies at this table would wipe down the cows and apply sprays so that the cattle would look their very best. It takes a lot of people to move these cattle into the exact correct position, because each of these photos have the cattle aligned in the same exact way. So they need to move the feet just an inch or two to make them perfectly aligned. This is the Supreme Champion pageant. Each of the 7 breeds are represented in this show. Now that the lights are on here, you can see the champions of each of the breeds. The Supreme Junior Champion was this red and white Holstein. The Supreme bred and owned cow is this brown Swiss. If you're looking at that amazing udder, you can get a good idea of how she won. And this Holstein was named the Supreme Champion cow. This was my family's first time exhibiting at such a big show, and maybe, just maybe, we'll return again next year.